Hi everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here, and this is the first video I'm doing in honor of the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who. Pretty much I'm going to be uploading a video every day leading up to the premiere of The Day of the Doctor, which will be simulcast by BBC all across the world. So everyone from London to England to America to Australia, they're all going to see it at the same time, which is very impressive. Also, if you don't have BBC, if you're in America and you don't have BBC America, they're going to show it in theaters, well, in select theaters on November 25th, the following Monday. Which that's actually what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to the theater to see it. I'm probably going to have to live in like a 2-day internet blackout just so I can avoid spoilers leading up to it. But I'll probably figure out a way to keep myself busy. But back to the matter at hand, this is my first video in honor of Doctor Who's 50th anniversary. Pretty much all these videos are probably going to be top 5s. So I thought I'd start off with my top 5 Doctor Who aliens or monsters. The term always varies, but it's mostly aliens. Well, although unlike the first species that I'm going to mention, my number 5 is the Silurians. The Silurians are pretty much a species of Earth reptiles. They live in the Earth, underground, and they're cold-blooded reptile people. They pretty much for me, I was first introduced to them with the episode with the two-parter, The Hungry Earth from Series 5. Initially, those Silurians were gonna invade the Earth, but then the Doctor somehow convinced them not to. And to wait 1,000 years, because he remembered at that point that Earth would establish some sort of peace between the Silurians. And, some of the Silurians were bad, they wanted to invade, others didn't. And some of the ones that are also, the Silurians are, also I like the Silurians because without them we wouldn't have gotten one of the greatest characters in the Moffat era of Doctor Who, Madame Vastra. That's right, she is just a badass with a sword, lives in Victoria, England, is kind of like kind of like an alien female Sherlock, if you will. Yeah, but yeah, see, that's why, because of Madame Vastra, that's why I like the Silurians. That's why I think they're kind of cool. They're lizard people that live in the Earth. I think they're awesome, and that's why they're on my top 5. Okay, next up, number 4, the Silents. Yep, the Silents. They were pretty much the aliens teased when all the trailers for Series 6 were coming out. I mean, we got little glimpses of them. We were all kind of when I saw the trailers with them in them, I was like, well, what the hell are those things? Like, what are they? Like, wait, are those the Silents? And then it was confirmed, yes, they are the Silents. And the episode that introduced them, the episode that introduced them at the start of Season 6 was very impressive. Apparently the Silents have been living on Earth for billions of years, slowly influencing human evolution. And it was very intense. Also, the fact that once you look at them and you look away for a brief moment, you'll forget you ever saw them. So that every time you see them, it's a surprise. And they can also they can shoot lightning out of their fingertips, and they can, kind of get you in some sort of post-hypnotic illusion, some sort of subconscious hypnotism by somehow after you see them you'll have like some sort of command in your head, such as like in the at the end of part 2 of the Series 6 premiere when the Doctor managed to trick the Silents into killing themselves when he attached a clip of one of the members of the Silents to the broadcast of the moon landing, saying, "You should kill us all on sight." At that moment, when every single American person saw a member of the Silents, they just, that was pretty much the end for the Silents, or at least a very large crippling to them. And also another running gag was how the characters had to draw tally marks on them to keep track of how many Silents they've seen, which was very impressive. And they were really scary. They creeped me out. They were really impressive, and they really are amazing. I mean, and scary too. And however, though, their whole looking at looking at them, then looking away and forgetting you ever saw them. It is kind of a similar. It is kind of a similar ability that's used by the next monster on my list, which is number 3, the Weeping Angels. Yeah, the Weeping Angels. They are pretty much. I'm pretty sure everyone who's seen whenever someone tries to get someone to Doctor Who, one of the episodes that they will show you is Blink. Yeah, and Blink introduced the Weeping Angels. They are pretty much. They look like normal statues. They look like normal statues of angels. But if you blink, look away, even for a second, they move at supersonic. Well, not really, like faster than light, almost like really fast speeds, and they can. You can look at an angel like 1 foot away from you, blink, and then suddenly it'll be right next to you. That is how. And if they get close enough and you look away, they will either kill you where you stand, or they'll send you back in time and feed off your time energy, so to speak. Like all the years you would have had, they feed off of that. And oh yeah, the Angels Take Manhattan story also established that apparently the Statue of Liberty was a weeping angel, which was wow. Which was just really big. I mean, the Weeping Angels are probably one of the most famous Doctor Who creatures since the relaunch and stuff. Pretty much everything that Doctor Who fan will mention will be the Weeping Angels. All right, next next monster I want to bring up is one of the classic ones, the Cybermen. The Cybermen are from a planet that's like Earth. However, those people let their technology get too much out of hand. Eventually, they thought of a way to preserve their brains in robotic bodies, which led to the creation of Cybermen. But the Cybermen now would take a human brain, but you have no emotion. They're just cold and logical, and all they want to do is just assimilate the universe so that every species is like them, and just take control of the universe and either upgrade, and pretty much as they put it, upgrade or delete the universe. And the reason I have the Cybermen on my number 2 spot is because I think now you could do a lot of show how much damage the Cybermen can do, especially in today's era. Like today, everyone relies a lot on technology. Okay, like everyone has a smartphone, everyone has a Bluetooth headset, and everything. I think that in today's era, it really makes the Cybermen not just a threat, but also kind of relevant about how technology can get out of hand and stuff. Okay, now we're on to my number 1 favorite Doctor Who monster. Is one of the most iconic Doctor Who creatures, the Daleks. The Daleks are pretty much, pure evil. Let's say that. They are pure evil. All they want to do is just exterminate every other species that's not Dalek. Yeah, they want to. They are just all about destruction and evil. The Daleks are one of the most feared creatures in the universe. They're pretty much so bad that they're one of the reasons why the Time Lords got wiped out. Their whole Time War nearly. If you saw the prequel episode to Day of the Doctor, when the Doctor tries to save this woman named Cass from her ship, which is about to crash into a planet, she refuses his help because the Time War has gone out of hand. And when the Doctor says that, and she says Time Lords are now evil, and the Doctor's just like, well, at least I'm not a Dalek, and she says, who can tell the difference anymore? So, and also the Daleks, the Doctor thought he annihilated them at the end of the Time War, but unfortunately, they survived. They always keep coming back, which is very, very scary. And almost every time the Daleks do show up, things go, basically shit goes down. It's a big deal. Sometimes it can be summed up in just one episode. Other times it's a huge 2-parter finale where things where there are consequences to the whole interaction of the Daleks. The Daleks, they don't want anything but they don't want to conquer. They don't want to enslave anyone. They just want to destroy. That's all there is to it. That is why they're dangerous, and that's one of the main reasons why we have the Doctor, to help protect the universe from them. Okay, that is my top 5. Those are my top 5 Doctor Who monsters. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. Also, what are your favorite Doctor Who monsters? Like, what are the aliens that, whenever you hear about an episode of Doctor Who, you're like, oh wait, I love those guys, I want to see them. What are they? Leave your comments below. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching my video. I promise there's going to be a couple more. I've got a few more Doctor Who videos coming out soon, so stay tuned. Thanks again, Spider-Man 1991 saying, see you later.